Hey, hi everybody. This is Dami with the DM3D Rev Studio. Welcome to this video where I'll be talking about how to avoid muddy colors in your digital art using Photoshop. So this is my Photoshop interface, and I have two of my favorite plugins and extensions out for you all to see. I'll be talking about this little guy, which is Pixie, and Colorus 2. Yeah, it's actually Colorus 2. Yeah. Okay, so this happened to have been inspired by Coral Painter's own color wheel, right? So it works in conjunction with the default color picker of Photoshop. Okay, so it works with the color picker in Photoshop, like I was saying. Yeah, so anything I choose here, it also reflects here as well. Okay, so the links to the description of these very useful tools will be in the description of this video. Okay, so I'm going to put that on the side. So one of the beautiful things about Pixie is that by moving the cursor of my mouse around, I can easily know what color values, whatever picture or image or texture I have on my system or in any app. So this ensures I can match colors easily. And if you're a graphic designer or animator, it works just as good for sampling colors in whatever software package you have, because it gives what the pixel value is, what the hex code is, what the HTML value is if you're a web designer or into UI UX, the RGB, which is red, green, and blue color scheme, the CMYK, which is cyan, magenta, yellow, and null, which is black, and HSV value, which is the hue, saturation, and vibrance, right? So there you have all of them at a glance, and then it also tells you what its hotkeys are for copying, color mixing, and the magnifier. So you have to be careful that once this is out, you don't press these while working in another software. Otherwise, your system will beep. That's sound that is really troubling. Okay, so with this, I can tell what color value I'm on, and for this dark side, I can see how saturated it is. So the CMYK value will be the determinant of how dark, muddy, or heavily saturated a color is. And when it comes to black, brown, it's unavoidable, especially, so you watch out for that, especially when you're drawing dark skinned characters and persons of color and shadows and so on and so forth. Okay, so this rule is called the K rule of thumb, created by Kurt Michael Russell, who goes by Color with Kurt on YouTube. I learned that from him. I don't take credit for all of this. Yeah, that's the truth. Okay, so I'm just sharing this on my own platform so you guys know how to choose your colors correctly and avoid being disappointed while printing this as a poster or t-shirt. So I printed this out, I meant to say, as a t-shirt, so I know how it came out. It came out well because I chose my colors correctly, and knowing how to choose good values for your colors, make sure you and your printer don't get into a fight. Yeah. Okay, so the Pixie comes pretty handy because at a glance I can tell whatever color is, what the value is, and it also allows me to copy color sample to use elsewhere. Okay, so big fan of Black Panther comic, the animation, and more recently the sequel to the first Black Panther, which is Black Panther Forever. Or is it Wakanda Forever? Yeah, either way, I'm a fan. Okay, so that's that there. So let's move on to the next drawing, which is my Chibi Superman. I'm a big fan of Kal-El from Krypton. Yeah, so I said Krypton, I meant Krypton. I must have had Lipton on my mind or something. So Krypton, not Krypton. Okay, so that's me correcting myself. So this is a chibi drawing that I did so you can see the values are just right. So when I get to print this out as a poster or t-shirt, I know I'm not going to have a problem. Okay, so here it is. Even the darkest parts are not as high as 90 like we had in the Black Panther drawing in some of the darkest parts. So for you to guide yourself and keep yourself out of trouble, just don't stretch the K value in your CMYK values more than, say, 60, 70 if you're stretching it. But if you want to be on a much more cautious side, stay between 50 and 60 and you'll be fine. But if you're stretching it, that's 60, 70. You see how dark it gets. If you still like it, fine. If not, you pull back. Okay, so this is my Chibi Superman drawing. You can see all the color values thanks to Pixie. Right? It's a really handy tool. Okay, so let's move on to the last drawing for viewing, which is a drawing of a beautiful black woman. Okay, so if you look at the K value, you can see it's just keeping to what I said, just staying within the values that I mentioned. And I know when I print this out, it will come out great with no problems at all. So I hope this video helps you in choosing great colors and keeping your values, be it your shadows, highlights, keeping all your color values within an acceptable range that is visually appealing and great to print out, regardless of the medium. okay? And you don't get into fights with your printer, feeling like you've been shortchanged or he did your job badly. It's all on you as an artist and designer. Choose the color values correctly and you'll be fine. So we've come to the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe, kindly like the video, leave a comment, tell me what you think, share with your friends too, until I come at you with another informative video. Stay creative. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.